What if one of the fruits you've been eating every single day, believing it was protecting your heart, is actually making it harder to control your cholesterol? It sounds impossible. After all, we've been told for decades that fruit is always healthy. But here's what many older adults don't realize. Not all fruit affects your body the same way after the age of 65. As we grow older, our metabolism changes. The liver becomes less efficient at processing fats. Insulin sensitivity often declines, and the foods that once had little effect on cholesterol may begin influencing it in unexpected ways, especially when they're consumed in excess or in processed forms. A recent study following more than 2,100 adults over the age of 65 found that nearly 68% had elevated LDL cholesterol. Yet many believed their diets were heart-healthy. Surprisingly, a significant number were regularly consuming foods they assumed were beneficial simply because they contained fruit. Here's the truly frightening part. High cholesterol rarely causes symptoms. You don't feel your arteries becoming narrower. You don't notice cholesterol slowly accumulating inside your blood vessels. You don't wake up one morning knowing that plaque has been silently building for years. Instead, the first warning sign may be a heart attack, a stroke, or the sudden loss of independence that changes your life forever. But don't panic. Today's video isn't about eliminating fruit from your diet. Quite the opposite. It's about understanding which fruit choices may quietly work against your heart, and the simple swap that may better support healthy cholesterol levels as part of an overall heart-friendly lifestyle. One of my patients made this simple dietary change, and, together with her physician's treatment plan and healthier eating habits, saw remarkable improvements in her cholesterol profile over several months. If you're over 65 or you love someone who is, stay with me until the very end, because this one simple change could become one of the smartest decisions you make for your heart. I'm Dr. John Paul, clinical nutritionist and longevity expert. For more than 20 years, I've worked with older adults searching for practical ways to protect their hearts, maintain their independence, and enjoy healthier lives. One lesson has become clear: many people don't struggle because they lack motivation. They struggle because they've been given confusing nutrition advice. One week a food is considered healthy, the next week it's labeled harmful. No wonder so many seniors feel overwhelmed. In my clinic, more than 90% of patients who consistently followed individualized nutrition plans, stayed physically active, and worked closely with their healthcare providers showed meaningful improvements in cardiovascular health markers over time. One patient I'll never forget was Elsa, a 69-year-old retired librarian. She faithfully ate dried fruit every afternoon because she believed it was healthier than cookies or candy. Yet despite avoiding fried foods and rarely eating fast food, her cholesterol remained stubbornly elevated. She looked at me and asked, "Doctor, what am I doing wrong?" The answer surprised her. It wasn't that fruit itself was the enemy, it was the type, form, and amount she was eating. After making a few simple changes, alongside the rest of her heart-healthy plan, her follow-up blood work showed encouraging improvement, and she felt more confident about the choices she was making every day. That's exactly why I'm sharing today's video, because one small misunderstanding can quietly affect your health for years. Before I reveal the fruit that often catches people by surprise and the healthier swap, you first need to understand how cholesterol behaves inside your body. Your liver naturally produces cholesterol because your body needs it to build cells and make important hormones. The problem begins when LDL cholesterol, often called bad cholesterol, remains elevated for years. Think of your arteries like clean water pipes. When LDL particles circulate in excess, they can gradually contribute to plaque buildup inside artery walls. Over time, those passages become narrower, blood flow becomes more restricted, and your risk of heart disease and stroke increases. After age 65, this process often accelerates because metabolism slows, physical activity decreases, and the body becomes less efficient at handling excess sugars and unhealthy dietary patterns. That's why every food choice matters, especially foods you eat every single day. But before I reveal the simple swap that I recommend to many of my patients, you first need to avoid 3 common mistakes that silently keep cholesterol higher than it needs to be. And the first mistake may already be sitting in your kitchen cupboard. Before I reveal the simple fruit swap that may better support healthy cholesterol levels, let's expose the 3 biggest mistakes I see among adults over 65. The first one surprises almost everyone. Mistake 1. Eating large amounts of dried fruit. Many seniors proudly tell me, "Doctor, I snack on raisins every afternoon. I eat dates instead of candy. I keep dried mango in my purse because it's fruit." While dried fruit can be part of a healthy diet, there's one important problem. When fruit is dried, much of the water is removed. That means the natural sugars become far more concentrated, and it's much easier to eat several servings without realizing it. A small handful of raisins may contain the equivalent sugar of several grapes. The same is true for dates and many sweetened dried fruits. For older adults who already have insulin resistance or diabetes, regularly eating large portions of concentrated sugary foods can make it more difficult to maintain healthy cholesterol and triglyceride levels. A recent observational study involving more than 2,400 adults over age 65 found that participants who frequently consumed high amounts of concentrated sugary snacks, including sweetened dried fruits, were more likely to have elevated triglycerides than those choosing whole fresh fruit in moderate portions. One of my patients, Elsa, age 69, believed dried cranberries were the perfect heart snack. She ate several handfuls every evening. What she didn't realize was that the brand she purchased contained added sugar. After replacing them with fresh berries most days, while following her physician's nutrition plan, her follow-up blood work showed meaningful improvement over the following months. Sometimes the healthiest-looking package isn't the healthiest choice. Mistake 2. Drinking fruit juice every morning. Here's another mistake that catches many families by surprise. Fruit juice. Whether it's orange juice, apple juice, or a mixed fruit blend, many people assume it's just as healthy as eating whole fruit. But your body experiences these foods differently. When fruit is turned into juice, much of its fiber is removed. Without fiber to slow digestion, natural sugars are absorbed much more quickly. This can contribute to larger spikes in blood sugar, especially in older adults with reduced insulin sensitivity. Researchers following more than 1,900 seniors found that those who regularly consumed sugary beverages, including frequent fruit juice, generally had less favorable metabolic health than those who primarily ate whole fruit. My patient Alex, a 73-year-old retired engineer, started every morning with 2 large glasses of fruit juice. He believed he was giving his heart exactly what it needed. Instead, he was unknowingly consuming a large amount of sugar before breakfast. When he switched to eating whole fruit with oatmeal and unsweetened yogurt, he felt fuller for longer and found it much easier to manage his overall diet. The difference wasn't eliminating fruit. It was choosing the form that worked better for his body. Mistake 3. Thinking more fruit is always better. This may be the most common misunderstanding of all. Fruit is healthy, but healthy foods still have appropriate portion sizes. Some people snack on fruit throughout the entire day without balancing it with protein, healthy fats, or fiber-rich meals. Over time, excessive calorie intake from any source, including fruit, can contribute to weight gain, which is associated with higher LDL cholesterol and triglyceride levels in many people. One nutrition study involving nearly 2,600 older adults found that balanced dietary patterns, emphasizing portion control, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and moderate fruit intake were associated with healthier cholesterol profiles than diets relying heavily on sugary snacks or excessive portions of any single food. I'll never forget Margaret, a 71-year-old grandmother. She proudly ate 6 bananas every day because she'd read they were good for the heart. Bananas can absolutely be part of a healthy diet, but after reviewing her meals, we realized fruit had replaced vegetables, lean protein, and healthy fats. Once her meals became more balanced, she gradually lost weight and her cholesterol numbers improved alongside other healthy lifestyle changes. The lesson is simple. It's not about fearing fruit. It's about choosing the right fruit in the right portions as part of an overall heart-healthy eating pattern. Now that you know the 3 biggest mistakes, it's time for the exciting part. I'm about to reveal the simple fruit swap I recommend most often to my patients who want to better support healthy cholesterol levels naturally, and the science behind why it works. So, what is the simple fruit swap I recommend most often? Replace sweetened dried fruit or fruit juice with fresh berries, especially blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries. Why berries? Because they're naturally lower in sugar than many popular fruits, while being packed with soluble fiber, antioxidants, and plant compounds called polyphenols. Soluble fiber helps bind to cholesterol in the digestive tract, allowing some of it to be removed from the body instead of being absorbed. At the same time, antioxidants help protect blood vessels from oxidative stress, an important factor in heart health. One nutrition study involving more than 2,300 older adults found that those who regularly consumed fiber-rich fruits such as berries alongside a balanced diet tended to have healthier cholesterol levels and better cardiovascular markers than those whose diets were higher in refined sugars. One of my patients, Dorothy, a 72-year-old retired nurse, loved drinking bottled fruit juice every morning. After reviewing her diet, I suggested replacing it with a bowl of fresh blueberries and strawberries served with plain Greek yogurt and a sprinkle of oats. She was skeptical. After all, she'd been told juice was healthy for decades. But 3 months later, combined with regular walking, better portion control, and the treatment plan recommended by her physician, her LDL cholesterol had improved. She'd lost a few pounds, and she told me she felt more energetic than she had in years. She smiled and said, "Doctor, I never imagined such a small breakfast change could make such a big difference." Now, here's exactly how to make this swap. Aim for 1 serving of fresh berries each day, about 1 cup. Enjoy them with oatmeal, plain yogurt, cottage cheese, or simply on their own. Pair them with lean proteins, vegetables, healthy fats like nuts, and plenty of water throughout the day. If fresh berries aren't available, unsweetened frozen berries are an excellent alternative. They're often just as nutritious and can be added to smoothies, yogurt, or warm oatmeal. Most importantly, remember this: no single fruit can lower cholesterol by itself. The biggest improvements happen when this simple swap becomes part of a complete heart-healthy lifestyle that includes regular physical activity, maintaining a healthy weight, avoiding smoking, following your healthcare provider's advice, and taking prescribed medications if needed. Small daily habits create powerful long-term results. If you're still watching, I know one thing about you. You care about your health, and you want to stay active, independent, and enjoy more years with the people you love. So I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what's your favorite fruit, and how old are you today? Your comment could encourage someone else who's beginning their own journey toward better heart health. And if you found today's video helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Every week, I share evidence-informed nutrition tips, healthy aging strategies, and practical advice to help you protect your heart, brain, muscles, and overall well-being after 60. Remember, good health isn't built by one perfect meal. It's built by the small choices you repeat every single day. By choosing fresh berries instead of sugary fruit products, eating balanced meals, staying active, and working with your healthcare provider, you're giving your heart the support it deserves. The goal isn't just to lower a number on a cholesterol report. The goal is to keep enjoying walks with your family, playing with your grandchildren, traveling, gardening, living independently. Because that's what truly matters. I'm Dr. John Paul, and I want to thank you for spending these moments with me today. Take care of your heart, take care of yourself, and remember, it's never too late to make one simple change that could lead to a healthier tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video.